So PlayStation has patented a new tech called Ghost Player that can allow AI to play games for players who need assistance or get stuck in a game. This might help some players that are not good at games, but that might be a small percentage. Maybe those game journalists that review a game could use this because sometimes they don't know how to play it. Now, what is stopping a player from loading a game and letting this Ghost Player play the entire game for them? Is there going to be a limit of how long the Ghost Player will play for you? Maybe there's a limit to how long the Ghost Player will work on a specific area for you, then at some point you have to restart it or kind of, just push start and say activate Ghost Player to do it every single time. I don't know, but it sounds like a tricky system to use because it has its pros and cons. This could help new players or families that want to play together and maybe someone who is learning a game. But the whole idea seems kind of strange, like, AI is taking over everything in regards to technology. Speaking of Sony, back in May of 2025, there was news that they also were going to use AI for something else. It was called Bad Actor Patent. This one is going to be used against toxic players on PlayStation 5. They're trying to crack down on bad actors in their games. The AI machine is going to analyze whether a user is being bad while playing on PS5 or other consoles. It's going to gather data on a player and determine if their account gets flagged. There are some triggers for this AI to flag your account, like rage quitting, but one thing I disagree on is where it says a bad actor can be identified if they have a lower ratio of play to chat than is normal within the game. Does that mean you could get flagged if you don't want to voice chat with other people? That's kind of strange wording, but anyways, maybe I misunderstood this one. Another odd one is you could get flagged if you send a friend request too early on PS5. This one is weird. What if you meet a group you get along with and you want to party up right away? Are you going to get flagged right away because you sent them a friend request within playing 10 minutes with them? I know they're trying to crack down on toxic players sending these bad messages or trying to get into toxic party chats, but I mean, it's kind of both ways. It's a good and bad thing, I guess, but yeah, this AI system is it's all over the place. They have good intentions, but it could be misused in some way, or they could have some issues with it. I think some type of punishment for people that are toxic in voice chat that are called bad actors is to remove their voice chat feature for a certain time, maybe a week or something like that. If they continue to get flagged over and over and are repeat offenders, then maybe a temporary ban might occur. But then we have the whole thing of where, playing with people in party chat or voice chat is optional. You can mute them, yes, but I think Sony is trying to kind of make their ecosystem online a bit more enjoyable for a lot of people. Because sometimes you have regular players or families that play online, and then running into toxic players is a really bad experience. But yeah. Sony is also going to use AI to censor the games. Okay, this is a different thing. It's not so bad. Now, hear me out. This one is going to scan the game for mature content, and it applies the filters without interrupting your gameplay. Things like bad words, nudity, gore, and stuff like that. This one is not that bad because it's all based on our user-defined preferences. So this mostly applies to a family account. Like maybe the dad or mom wants to turn this function on for certain games, just in case someone in the family goes to play those mature rated games. So this one is not that bad. Yeah, it's going to censor some things, but it's all based on your user-defined preferences. So I guess it can be turned off. I think these three ideas for the use of AI in video games is interesting, but they do have flaws in some way. Either way, what do you think about this use of AI in gaming? Tell me in the comments, and I'll see you later.